The Hawaiian language only has 12 letters in its alphabet, 13 if you count the Hokaina. So I said, it should be pretty easy. So I found a song and I practiced. And then 3 months ago, she called and said, oh, I can't come to the reunion. Well, I practiced this song and I want to sing it. The name of the song is Kawai Punahele. So, if you know the words, sing along with me, please. Because we have a long show, I'm only going to do 2 verses. This is Kawai Punahele. No way Kawai Punahele Ule aloha mai ole Hili he mohole Hili papono E huli hoi kahua He Kawai Punahele O ame ki e ki e Kalehana i kamehameha Mea meha o kino E o kino E huli hoi kahua He Kawai Punahele. First act of the evening represents the class of 1962. Rick Johnson. Tonight he's going to sing for you My Way.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do. I saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the highway. But more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. I've lived, I've loved and cried. I've had my fill, my share of losing. And now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way, oh no, not me, I did it my way.
All right.
I was down in the lobby today, and Mike Smith was standing out, Mike Smith, Class of 57, was standing outside, and there was a young man about 20 years of age standing next to him, and Mike kept looking him up one side, down the other. Then I walked out behind him, and I finally realized why Mike was looking at him. Now, the kid probably had, a size 6.5-inch head, and he was wearing a size 8 hat. So it was pulled down over his ears. The ears were sticking out. The brim was sticking to one side. You know what I mean. You've seen it. He was wearing an oversized sweatshirt. The sweatshirt came down to his mid-thigh. It must have been 2 sizes too big for him. And he also had a jacket. And the jacket had to be about 1 foot long on the sleeves, and he had them rolled up so the sleeves were kind of like, he looked like the Michelin Man, you know what I mean? Anyway, and then he had his pants pulled down, and they were right about thigh level, and Mike kept looking him up and down, and finally said, "You must be proud of all that weight you lost." This is Dan Lavery from the class of 1958. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. Keep the hands out for the tide of time. Because I find it very, very easy to be true. I find myself always facing. And yes, I'll admit that I'm a fool for you. Dark and days light. I keep you on my mind all day and night. And happiness too, don't lose that I've learned. Because I walk the line. You got a way to keep me on your side. You give me all the love that I can't find. I know I even try to change the light. I don't know how many of you know this, but Walk the Line was not the original tune or title of that song. I was fortunate that I found a verse today of the original song. And I'd like to sing it for you right now. I keep my pants up with a piece of twine. I keep my fly wide open all the time. I keep my hopes up that one day you'll find that you want mine and pull the twine. Our next act of the evening hails from the class of 1960, Roseanne Santorelli. I've got a crush on you. Roseanne, please, just sing another one for us.
How glad the many millions of Toms and Dicks and Williams would be to capture me. But you were so persistent, you wore down my resistance. I fell, and it was swell. You're my big and brave and handsome Romeo. How I won you, I will never, never know. It's not that you're attractive, but oh, my heart grew active when you came into view. I've got a crush on you, sweetie pie, all the day and night time. Hear me sigh. I never had the sweet notion that I could fall with so much emotion. Could you coo? Could you care for a cunning cottage? We could share the world. We'll pardon my mush, 'cause I have got a crush, my baby, on you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a surprise for you tonight. We have Miss Yohai of 1950 here, young lady. This is Earlene White. Earlene White, and she was Miss Yohai of 1958. Hi, how are you? You're hot. You look hot. You look very hot.
Well, one of the girls I ran around with quite a bit was Pat Powers.
You ran around with Pat Powers?
We had a lot of things in common.
You had a lot of things in common. I would want to hear this. What did you have in common with Pat Powers?
Well, mainly we both had red hair.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing else? That's not the answer I thought he was going to give. If anybody knows Pat Powers, then, that wasn't the answer I thought it was going to be. Did you remember me from high school?
Not really.
Well, who did you date over there?
Well, I went out with the quarterback of the team.
Whoa. You dated Larry Rowe?
Yes.
What was he like?
Well, he was kind of a fun guy. Liked playing sports, liked to sing, did some dancing, but he had some strange habits.
Like what?
Well, his favorite one was always going around, coming up behind people like this, going, and he always put his hands in the wrong place, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I do. Okay. There was a boy that was graduated with me in 1958. His name was Earl White. By any chance, is he your brother?
No, but I knew of him.
Oh. Well, what did you know about him? What kind of guy was he?
Well, he was kind of a fun guy, but he always rode a motorcycle that he borrowed from a friend of his there in Yokohama, and he always wanted me to be the driver, and he was trying to teach me, because he liked sitting on the back and hanging on, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Okay. Go to the senior prom with.
Well, as a matter of fact, there was a young, polite little boy. His name was Kenny Miyamoto.
Kenny Miyamoto? Kenny's over here taking pictures. Oh, Kenny, you have okay. What was Kenny like in high school? I want to hear what Kenny was like in high school.
He was very polite and kind, and he always had the neatest hairdo. It was always slicked back, never a hair out of place. Flatter on top. It was so flat, I think we could have landed a B-52 on it.
Way to go. You going to be all right?
I'm going to try.
Okay. Phil, you're a doctor. You're a doctor. She looks like she's about ready to pass out. Is there anything I can do to...
Just take your hands and rub them vigorously.
Rub her hands vigorously? It's not working.
Rubber balloons!
Dr. Phil will be coming on stage, and I'm going to change my attire.